So this is a tough pill for some people to swallow, but it is what it is. And it's that reality. Your reality is only ever a mirror of what's going on inside of you. And today I'm going to show you how to use the mirror principle to manifest anything that you wish to see. And the great news about the mirror is that it doesn't matter what you've manifested so far. Okay, so what you're seeing right now in your reality doesn't have to do anything with what you manifest next. Okay, so just like your image in a mirror could change very suddenly and very quickly, so could anything in your reality. So let's talk about this mirror principle, and then let's jump into how you can shift your reality using it. All right, so here's the thing is that we really want to understand and take on as fact that your reality is a mirror. So let's look at a few examples. And so these are examples that you've probably seen in your own life and or you can use to prove to yourself that this mirror exists. So as I'm going through these examples, if you've experienced these before, please go ahead and share your stories below in the comments and let me know how this happened for you. And if you haven't seen these before, try playing with them in your mirror to see if you can get a shift or a change. These are really fun things that you can do to shift your reality. All right, so I'll start off with a fun one. Well, actually, this isn't so fun for people at first. But this is something a lot of people experience when they're trying to lose weight. Okay, they're trying to lose weight. Very frequently, when people go on a diet or, they modify their exercise routine or they do something to try and lose weight, it is very, very common that it will be slow going for those people at first. So they may not see a lot of weight come off in the first few weeks, maybe month or so. It's really, really slow. But once they get through kind of this period of time, all of a sudden weight loss will start ramping up. And so you'll very frequently see that, in about month 2 or so, people will start to accumulate more rapid weight loss. Now, this is a great example of the mirror principle. And here's why, okay? Again, reality is only ever a mirror of what's going on up here, okay? And so if for a long period of time, you've been unhappy with your weight and you've been thinking inside, I weigh too much, I wish I weighed less, but I weigh too much, and you've been thinking that, the mirror is going to display that, okay? And so in that case, your weight, because that's part of your reality, is going to display that dominant belief set. So even if you go and change something like your diet or your exercise plan, and sometimes people do this radically, like they radically slash calories or they go on some massive, massive exercise plan and they do all the things that they are supposed to do, but the belief set hasn't yet shifted, hasn't yet changed. And because the person still feels like they weigh too much, or they feel like it's going too slow, or they feel like it's going to take time, that's what they experience in their reality. But when you get to like about month 2 or so, something will shift and something will change inside of the person. I've been eating less for such a long time. I should have lost weight by now. I should be losing weight. And they start to think that, and the reality changes. And or they start to see small tweaks or small improvements in their body. So maybe they start to notice that their pants are fitting a little bit better. And so now they're focused on the pants are fitting better. I must be losing weight. I must be losing weight. And then all of a sudden, the weight loss really comes off. Now, have you seen this before? Have you gone through a period of weight loss where that first month or so, it was so slow, but then the second month, all of a sudden it really sped up? Now, a lot of people will tell you that it has to do with metabolism and yada, yada, yada. But the reality is you could be eating the same amount of calories in both months, but then suddenly in month 2, it really ramps up. Well, that's because of the mirror principle. You started thinking about, well, this must be working now, or I'm starting to see it work. I'm starting to see it work. And the projection that you put out changes the reflection. Okay, so that's a really great example of the mirror principle in that the reality won't actually start to really change until your mind starts to change. Here's another really great example. It has to do with social relationships. Now, you may have noticed that sometimes when you have friends or coworkers or neighbors or family members, people that you interact with a lot, sometimes you may go through periods where you're really close and bonded and getting along with those people. And sometimes you may find that there's drama or disconnection or separation. And you can always trace it back to the mirror principle. Whatever it is that you're thinking and you're feeling about these people in your life will radically alter the relationship. And so this is something fun to play with. And I recommend playing with it on the positive side, but you can use it on the negative side. If you just want to blow things up just for fun, you could totally try that too. But what I would recommend that you try doing is pick some people in your life and focus differently about them. Focus positively on them. Okay, so maybe think about a friend and that maybe you've been kind of on the outs with. And I want you to sit there and think about all of their redeeming qualities, what it is that you like about them, what it is that you love about them. Think about some times that you had fun with them. And if you do that, what you'll notice is the relationship with that person will change. It will suddenly become more close. They may start reaching out to you. They may invite you to go do something. The next time you see them, you may have really great rapport. And the only thing that changed was the projection, the thought that you were thinking about them that you put out. So the mirror reflected a more positive social relationship. And again, you can do this in the negative way too. You can think about all the things you hate about them. And that will drag that person away from you simply by thinking about what you don't like about that person. So those are some examples of the mirror principle at work. And next, what we're going to talk about is how you can use the mirror to make any change in your life that you wish to see. But first, if you enjoy law of attraction videos that teach you how to create the life of your dreams, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, go ahead and turn on the little handy notification bell. I put out content like this every single week, and I know you're going to love it. Additionally, if you've been watching my channel for a while and you'd like for me to answer one of your law of attraction questions on one of these videos, I have gone ahead and included a link in the description where you can send me your manifesting questions to be considered for one of my law of attraction YouTube videos. So I'm going to be doing some kind of coaching style type videos. And if you would like to be considered for one of them, again, go ahead and look at the link below in the description. All right, but let's talk now about how you can use this mirror principle to make any desired change in your life. And it has to do with, again, really viewing reality as a mirror. All right. And so the primary idea behind this particular strategy is the concept of reframing. Maybe you've heard of reframing before. Reframing is where you kind of change your perspective on how you're looking at something. And I really like the word reframing for this particular exercise because it does draw your mind back into focus with the idea that reality is a mirror. It is a mirror, okay? And we are going to put a frame on it, okay? We are going to reframe reality. Okay, so that's what we're going to be focusing on. So the first step that we want to do is whatever we're seeing in our reality, we want to reframe it. We want to find a way to look at it differently. All right, and so just like with the example of the friend, okay, so maybe you have a friend that you're on the outs with. If you have a friend that you're on the outs with, what's going on up here is that we're projecting a lot of insecurity onto the relationship. Okay, maybe we're focusing on things that we don't like about the friend, or maybe we're focusing on why hasn't she called? Why hasn't he texted? And we're focusing on things that we do not like about the situation with the friend. And when we do that, we create more of that same experience that, pulls that friendship apart. So what we want to do instead is we want to find a way to reframe whatever it is that we're looking at. Okay, so if we're looking at a relationship with a person that isn't going well, we want to reach for what are the things that are going well? What do we like? Why is this working out? Okay, and you want to essentially do that for anything that you want to see a change with in your reality. Again, realize that your reality is a mirror. You are going to reframe that mirror by looking at it and giving it a different definition. Now, with some things, it's going to be easy for you to see a positive definition. For some things, it might be a little bit more challenging. And so if you run up against something that's kind of hard for you to see the positive in, a really great way to reframe this is just to look at the mirror and to say, thank you. Thank you for showing me something that I needed to see here. Thank you for showing me that I want to feel more positive about this situation. Thank you for reflecting back to me this information, this data, because this is something I want to make a change with. Now, notice that instead of focusing on what we don't like and saying, I don't want this, this is bad, we're saying, thank you. Thank you for showing me that. That's another really great way to reframe it because it gets you back into your control center here, where you remember that I'm the one who's creating this. So thank you for showing me that because I would prefer to create something different. It's a lot more of a powerful way of looking at the mirror than feeling victimized by it. Okay, like they're not being nice to me. This isn't going well. Why isn't there enough money? Instead of all that, thank you for showing me that because that's definitely something I want to improve on. So that's really our first step. Okay, is again, we want to remember that this is a mirror. We're going to reframe it by looking for the positive, or at a minimum, thanking the mirror for showing us whatever it's showing us. Now, our second step that we want to do is going to focus us on the idea of a literal mirror. Okay, and so this is the next part of this strategy that is so powerful. So you definitely want to apply it. But before I get to that, just wanted to say here that if you are new to my work, I would love to invite you to take my Law of Attraction test. If you want to know for sure that you, yes you, create your reality with the thoughts in your mind, I've designed a very simple, very quick 5-minute test where you can prove it to yourself. Put something out and watch it come back. And to take that test now, please go to manifestingtest.com. Again, that is manifestingtest.com. I'll also put a link below in the description, but manifestingtest.com is the direct link. But at this point, let's talk about continuing to work with this mirror principle. Okay, so again, we're going to always remember, no matter what it is, if you want relationship, if you want money, if you want a career change, if you want a physical appearance change, whatever it is, you're going to first remind yourself, that's right, reality is a mirror. Right now, I'm going to reframe how I'm looking at this. What are the positives? What are the positives? Okay, and if I can't find a positive, thank you, mirror, for always showing me exactly what's on my mind. We want to be focused somehow on the positive. The next part here is to remember that this is a literal mirror. It is a literal mirror. Okay, and so I want you to think about your reality as an actual mirror and how you would deal with an actual mirror. Because this right here focuses in on what most people miss when they fail to manifest what they want. It's this thing right here. Okay, so think about an actual literal mirror. If you're standing in front of a mirror and you smile, a smile will show up on your face back to you. And if you change that smile to a frown, that frown will just frown back at you. Now, what you've done there is you have simply projected your smile into the mirror and it showed up. You weren't looking for the smile. You weren't trying to will the smile into place. You weren't trying to see if was it going to happen? Am I going to smile back? No, you just smiled and the smile came back. So this is what you want to do when you're shifting your reality. You simply want to project, smile in the mirror, so to speak, think something positive, reframe that statement, put something nice out, and let it go, okay? Instead of projecting and then expecting, like I'm going to project the smile and hope that it comes, want it to come, I'm just going to project and accept. That's the phrase that I want you to think about. Project and accept. Just like if I was looking into a mirror, I would project my image into that mirror and I would accept back whatever showed up. Whether I liked it or not, that's what it is, okay? That's what we want you to do when you're changing your reality, when you're manifesting. You want to project a positive thought, a positive reframing thought about this situation, okay? You want to focus on that and then accept, radically accept whatever comes back in the mirror. This is what most people, again, if they fail to manifest what they want, this is where they get it wrong. They will project a positive thought, but then they'll sit back and wait and see. Is that what I really wanted to see? That's not what I really wanted to see. That wasn't really what I wanted. That didn't manifest the way I wanted it to. And when they do that, what do they start saying to the mirror? This isn't working. I don't like my reality. This is negative stuff. And so the mirror continues to show it to them. So instead, what you want to do, again, is you want to look at this as an actual mirror. Think a positive thought about the situation that you want to change, whether it's a relationship, health, wealth, career, whatever. Think that reframing thought and then accept whatever comes back. Don't look for it to change. Don't hope for it to change. Just project the thought and then whatever comes back, accept. Meaning, thank you for showing me that. This is great. This is good news. I'll take this. This works. Okay. This is what reality wants to show me. Acceptance is critical for manifesting. Absolutely critical. You want to be at the mindset that I'm just putting out these good thoughts, these good ideas of things that I want, and then whatever shows up is all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Because then I'm telling the mirror, I'm smiling at the mirror, this is working, this is working, this is working. And the mirror will smile back at me. So when we talk about the mirror is really important to understand that with a mirror, you just project and accept. You project an image and then you get it back. That's it. You don't project and then try. You don't project and then wait. Okay. You project and whatever you put out, you got back. Now, again, the beautiful thing about all of this is that let's say that it doesn't quite smile back at you. That's okay because you can project again. You can project a little differently. You can project a little bit more positively and tweak it and make it better because again, what you got in the mirror yesterday has nothing to do with what you're getting in the mirror today. So at the heart here, what we're talking about is looking at your reality mirror and then changing your tune about what it means to you. Now, you may find again that with some things, perhaps your limiting beliefs are stronger than you would like. Or again, it's kind of hard for you to reach for reframing it in a really positive way. And if that's the case for you with anything that you're wanting to materialize, you're wanting to achieve and create in your reality, I've got a really great cheat code to share with you that will help you reframe the whole situation very quickly and very, very easily. And if you would like to go ahead and check that cheat code out to use in conjunction with this mirror principle for some of your stickier situations, your stickier dreams, I'd highly recommend watching this video here on that cheat code next. So go ahead and watch that video next to amplify this process. And thanks so much for watching today's video on the mirror principle. And of course, I look forward to bringing you another video soon. Bye-bye.